declassified and released, spells out in great detail what happens when you have some of the most powerful people in our country directly leading at the helm, President Obama, Security Cabinet, James Comey, John Brennan, and Susan Rice and others, essentially making a very intentional decision to create this of intelligence with the objective of subverting the American people who in November of 2016 delivered a historic victory to President Trump, defeating Hillary Clinton. Their goal was to essentially not accept the decision of people and to use this manufactured, politicized intelligence as a means to enact what would become essential against President Trump. You have gone into great detail over what the effects of this document and this decision have resulted in. Obviously, a years-long Mueller investigation that cost two congressional impeachments, endless smear, not only President Trump, but his family. He had senior members of his team who were investigated, some arrested and jailed. Tensions between the United States and Russia. The list goes on and on. Of President Obama and his senior cabinet members politicizing intelligence once again, and I say what was essentially a years-long coup, subverting the will of people in that election in November. Now, you referenced this this President's Daily Brief document that was in early December that reaffirmed what the intelligence community had been assessing for the previous 6 months leading up to the election, which was that Russia neither had the intent nor capability to of the U.S. election. As you said, President Obama pulled that document before it could be published, and it has not been published until we released it today. They pulled that document. President Obama called the National Security Council to discuss how Russia interfered with the election. Again, this is the first week of December.
December 9th,
President,
right?
Correct.
This is the December 9th meeting.
That came December 9th meeting, we declassified and released what they called the summary of conclusions from that meeting. Took the lead on what President Obama wanted done. It was essentially create a document that tells us not if, but how Russia interfered with the election. Conclusion that he wanted the intelligence community and directed them to find and essentially create and manufacture the intelligence to support the conclusion that President the American people. Once that document was drafted, the deep state gear and did what they usually do. They started leaking this classified information out to their friends at the Washington Post and others who glove with the deep state to lay the groundwork for the eventually released that served as the basis once again for this years-long coup with the goal of trying to subvert the American people's to deliver on the mandate that the American people gave to him to elect him as President of the United States.